What's up, guys? Steve here with a breaking news update regarding what's unfolding today on Capitol Hill, as there are two main priorities that are battling for the focus of Congress. The first being the stimulus package, $2,000 stimulus checks, $600 unemployment boost, and a lot of provisions that are needed to help out our economy during this pandemic. The second being the removal of President Donald Trump. And what we're hearing today from President-elect Joe Biden is that he is concerned that Congress is becoming consumed with impeaching President Donald Trump, evoking the 25th Amendment, and we've seen a lot unfold today regarding impeachment. And he's saying that this is going to overshadow his first days as president, and we're going to be losing focus of trying to battle the pandemic and help out America at this time. So this is all unfolding today, right now. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We're going to be taking a look at a couple of video clips and also some articles that are going to let us look at this in a little bit more detail. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. But before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, if you like and appreciate these video updates, if you could just smash the like button, it would just take a second. It helps out the channel. Like button, dropping comments, and sharing these videos out to anybody who you think might need to see them. It helps out the channel. Thank you so much. And also, if you're not already a part of this viewing community and you would like to stay up to date on everything rolling out, be sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. But now let's go ahead and dive into the latest regarding stimulus and the removal of President Donald Trump and the battle between the two to see who will be the priority and who will get pushed to the side. All right, guys, so we're going to dive into some video footage of what unfolded on Capitol Hill today. And if you're wondering what's going on with stimulus and you're not hearing updates, it's because of this.
House Resolution 21, resolution calling on Vice President Michael R. Pence to convene and mobilize the principal officers of the executive departments of the cabinet to activate Section 4 of the 25th Amendment to declare President Donald J. Trump incapable of executing the duties of his office and to immediately exercise powers as acting president.
Your rise.
I object.
Objection is heard.
So there you have it. That unfolded today on Capitol Hill. You saw them try to evoke the 25th Amendment, which was blocked. So we've received word that Democrats in the House, they're going to be bringing forth official articles of impeachment on Wednesday. Now, you might be asking yourself, what about stimulus? Well, that's the same thing President-elect Joe Biden is saying as well. We're going to be diving into an article, but first, let's hear from Nancy Pelosi and AOC as to why they are so concerned, first of all, with removing President Donald Trump before the stimulus. So let's go ahead and take a look at these video clips.
Who is running the executive branch?
Well, sadly, the person who's running the executive branch is a deranged, unhinged, dangerous president of the United States. And only a number of days until we can be protected from him. But he has done something so serious that there should be prosecution against him.
Well, I gather that the 25th Amendment is off the table.
No, it isn't. Nothing is off the table.
What if he pardons himself?
What if he pardons these people who are terrorists on the Capitol?
Or pardons
What if he does
himself?
that? He can only pardon himself from federal offenses. He cannot pardon himself from state offenses, and that's where he's being investigated in the state of New York.
There is a possibility that after all of this, there's no punishment, no consequence, and he could run again for president.
And that's one of the motivations that people have for advocating for impeachment.
Won't that take more than the 10 days? I mean, does it actually make sense?
Well, I like the 25th Amendment because it gets rid of him. He's out of office. But there is strong support in the Congress for impeaching the president a second time.
So there we heard Nancy Pelosi say that the reason why she feels this is so important is because even though there's only a couple days left in his presidency, this will stop him from running again in 2024. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but now let's take a look at what AOC had to say as well.
And, you know, the several Republican members of Congress who opposed raising objections to certifying the Electoral College vote have written a letter to President-elect Biden opposing impeachment. Here's what the letter says. It says, in the spirit of healing and fidelity to our Constitution, we ask that you formally request that Speaker Nancy Pelosi discontinue her efforts to impeach President Donald J. Trump a second time. A second impeachment only days before President Trump will leave office is as unnecessary as it is inflammatory. They're saying for the sake of unity, forego impeachment.
Well, I think there's a couple of things. One is we have to understand that what happened on Wednesday was insurrection against the United States. That is what Donald J. Trump engaged in, and that is what those who stormed the Capitol engaged in. And so when we talk about healing, the process of healing is separate and, in fact, requires accountability. And so if we allow insurrection against the United States with impunity, with no accountability, we are inviting it to happen again. That is how serious it is. And I do not believe that perhaps my colleagues weren't in that room. Perhaps my colleagues were not fully present for the events on Wednesday, but we came close to half of the House nearly dying on Wednesday. And if another head of state came in and ordered an attack on the United States Congress, would we say that should not be prosecuted? Would we say that there should be absolutely no response to that? No. It is an act of insurrection. It's an act of hostility. And we must have accountability because without it, it will happen again.
So there we heard AOC that she feels that this is so important right now because what happened was inciting violence. And she says that if we do not address this, we're going to be inviting it to happen once again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you agree or disagree? Now, what we're hearing from President-elect Joe Biden is that he feels like the focus is becoming too much on Donald Trump. And he's saying that we need to move on because we're losing focus from battling the pandemic and helping out with stimulus. Now, he tweeted this out yesterday. It says, $600 is simply not enough when you have to choose between paying rent and putting food on the table. We need $2,000 stimulus checks. And link in the description below to this article that just came out today that reads, Biden looks at whether Senate can tackle impeachment and his agenda simultaneously. President-elect Joe Biden said Monday he is consulting with Senate leaders and the chamber's parliament about whether the Senate can bifurcate its schedule so it can move forward simultaneously with impeaching President Trump and enacting Biden's agenda, including a multi-trillion-dollar pandemic relief plan. Biden's comments, made Monday just after he received his second dose of the pandemic vaccine at a Delaware hospital, revealed his most detailed thinking to date about the threat that congressional Democrats' impeachment efforts could overshadow the early days of his presidency. The remarks also affirmed that the president-elect wants Congress to focus on improving the response to the virus and bolstering the struggling economy ahead of rebuking Trump for his role in inciting a deadly mob that briefly took control of the U.S. Capitol building last week. My priority, first and foremost, is the stimulus bill, Biden said Monday. And secondly, to begin to rebuild the economy. So those are his top two, neither of which had anything to do with President Donald Trump. And it says those sentiments could collide with the determination of many House members to penalize Trump for his role in the assault on the Capitol and to ensure he cannot seek office again. Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said that the House will push ahead impeachments if Vice President Pence does not move to oust Trump by Wednesday, a step that seems highly unlikely. And we've received word today when we saw that 25th Amendment blocked that they're going to be providing those articles of impeachment this Wednesday. Now, Democratic leaders worry that if the Senate is consumed by the impeachment trial for the first few weeks of Biden's term, that it will have little capacity to do anything else. And Biden signaled Monday he is looking for a way around that. Although the House is expected to vote this week on articles of impeachment, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell issued a memo last week saying that the Senate would not consider the matter until January 19th, which would mean a trial would bleed into Biden's terms and potentially derail chunks of his legislative program. So once again, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So what we're hearing is that the removal of President Donald Trump, that could take top priority and push everything to the side, including stimulus. This could bleed over into the first weeks of President-elect Joe Biden's days in office, and this could push aside his agenda. So, like I said, let me know, do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts? Share them down below. And there's going to be a lot more information rolling out on this week. And also, we've received word that this week as well, potentially, if this impeachment does not take the spotlight, we could see the new stimulus package unfold with all of the new provisions. Now, whatever unfolds here, I'll be sure to let you guys know here on the channel. And once again, if you like and appreciate these updates, be sure to smash the like button. It helps out the channel. If you made it this far, why not? And also, if you're not already part of the viewing community and you would like to stay up to date on everything rolling out, be sure to smash the subscribe button. Why not? Everybody's doing it. And be sure to turn on that notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. Well, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.